Hi everyone, it's Sarah, the owner and maker behind Multifarious Nature. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're a new viewer, big welcome to you, and if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I'm so glad you guys are here. This is week 3 of Vlogmas. Can you believe it? Christmas is almost here. I cannot believe it, and I'm looking forward to Christmas. I am, but then that's the wrap up of Advent, and I just, I don't know. So I'm doing things a little differently this year, and I've talked about it in prior videos, so I'll talk about that in this video as well. But I hope you have something cozy to sip on. I've got my Constant Comfort. I think it's Bigelow Tea is the brand. It smells so wonderful. It's like that cinnamon spice and orange zest. It's absolutely wonderful. If you've never had it before, I do recommend it. It's really good. So I'm sipping on that for something cozy, and today's Friday. Today's the 16th day of Advent for the Advent opening. However, I don't know if I'll be uploading it today the 16th because, well, I have issues with data right now, so I'm not sure if I can upload or not. I might have to wait until I can get into have access at work. So when I'm done at work, I'll upload. So bear with me. Hopefully in the near future it will be uploaded. If not today, the 16th. So we will do our best here. Anyway, I did actually put notes together, so hopefully I will be a little bit less scattered today. We will see. As you can see, we've got my wonderful little holiday decor here behind me, and to the left of me, I've got some fun stuff here. You can see some of my Multifarious Nature Advent remnants there. Yeah, so I'm really excited. We're going to dive right on in, and we'll start with the shop update, and I'm really excited to share this with you guys. Okay. First of all, new colorway in the shop. I've just been dyeing up colors so much. I'm really excited about it. So first of all, I'm going to start off with the color that was in there last week. I do have a couple sets available still, and that is the Oh Christmas Tree set here, and then I actually should have pulled the other one as well. It's hidden. Bear with me. There we go. All right. So this is mine, so I don't actually have it all nice and packaged, but this is Oh Christmas Tree and Bark, which is the contrast colorway. It's super beautiful. This is the BFL base and nylon. And this is the set that I snagged for myself. And then this is Sugar Plum Fairy and Ballet Slipper is the contrast, or I should say complementing color for this one. So super fun, super fun colors. These are currently in the shop. This is also the BFL base, and this is how they come packaged. It has a really cute little bow on it. So these make excellent gifts. If you want to give it as a gift to someone else or a gift to yourself, I think these are so cute for that and so fun. And yeah, I just highly recommend it. So I hope you guys will check it out. So that's that. Ignore our dogs. They like to bark at everybody. You may hear them in the background. All right, the new colorway that's in the shop right now is brand spanking new. Just finished dyeing it up. This is also, I'd say, I guess holiday oriented, that's for sure, but you know, you can use obviously any time of year. But this set is the Breath of Heaven set. So this is the colorway Breath of Heaven. Super beautiful. This deep violet and white, and then some like dark violet, like really deep violet, almost borderline black speckles going on here. And then we've got this deep teal color throughout. It is a variegated and speckled colorway, and this would make amazing looking socks. Again, this is Breath of Heaven, and then the contrast color is Light of the World, which is a absolutely pop of contrast color, if I do say so myself. Very much a contrast color. So high contrast. Super fun. Super fun and beautiful. And this would be really good for the holidays. But I also think any time of year, giving as a gift would also be amazing. So these are brand new and are in the shop currently whenever you view this. I should say are in the shop hopefully when you view this, because they will be right away, but I don't know how quickly, if they'll sell out or not, so I don't want to make any promises. But yeah, there's that. Otherwise, I also dyed it up on, so that's my, this is the, I should say, superwash merino, so 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon base. It's like a classic sock base, super squishy and very durable, long wearing, beautiful base. So that is what the sock set is. I also dyed it up on my newer base that I have in the shop, which is lace weight actually, and it is so 80% super fine merino, so it's not superwash, it's super fine merino, and then it is 20%. Is that right? Yeah, I'm thinking of my percentages. 20% silk, and it's beautiful. So this is the exact same colorway. This is that Breath of Heaven colorway, but you can see that it has that sheen to it because it has that beautiful silk in it, and it also makes the colors look lighter because of the silk. So here it is on that merino, superwash merino nylon base, and this is non-superwash, super fine merino and silk. Super, super soft and silky. But you can see the colors are slightly different and a little bit lighter looking because of the silk content. Silk always makes the colors look lighter because of that sheen and the way that it takes dye. So this is, again, lace weight, so you get a insane amount of yardage. There's over 800 yards. I wrote it down here, 875 yards. So there's 875 yards in this skein, and you could do all kinds of things with this. You could hold it double if you wanted. You could obviously hold it single. You could make a shawl. You could make anything. If you held it double, obviously, then you're getting closer to a fingering weight, which you can then make a lot of different patterns. But yeah, I think this would make a beautiful shawl. Super, super beautiful. So again, this is Breath of Heaven. And these are the two bases that are available, currently dyed up in the shop. But the superwash merino nylon is in the sock set. Super fun, super fun. So that's the Breath of Heaven, yeah, sock set that's in the shop. Very exciting. And then, oh, Advents. So I have to talk about Advents. I just have a couple available for the 2022 Advent. So if you want this year's Advent, which I will be showing you more of shortly here, definitely snatch up the last ones that are available, because once they're gone, they are gone, and you will not be able to get them back. That's it. I just dyed them up. I did not record recipes. That's it. So if you really love it, this is your chance. If you want a non-superwash based Advent, I do actually have just a couple of my 2021 Advent left. So yes, I'm slightly spoiling it. This is my 2021 Advent. I'm not going to fully open it so that I won't completely spoil it for you. But this is my 2021 Advent on 100% non-superwash Peruvian Highland wool. So squishy. Ugh, I just love it. And so cozy. I did the Shake It Up shawl, which is not designed for an Advent, but I just did my own thing and used the different colors as I came to it, and then I created this shawl. So this is my 2021 shawl. The Advent is based off of the Upper Peninsula, and if you've ever been to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, it's absolutely beautiful, and this is what all these colorways are inspired by, and they are all named. The Advent this year, I did not name the colors, but this one I did name each color, so they do have a specific name based off of the inspiration location or place or item. So there you have it. So there are just a couple of those if you want a non-superwash version, or if you want to gift a non-superwash version. Otherwise, I do just have a couple of my superwash on varying bases 2022 Advent, which, oh my gosh, I just love it, you guys. I love it. I worked so hard on it, and I'm having so much fun knitting on it. So let's get into works in progress. Works in progress. I have a couple works in progress. The first I will talk about is the one that I've been working on so much, other than my Advent, of course. I've been working on that a lot too. But this is the Forager Sweater by Melody Hoffman. Whew, I am using Nutiden yarn in Virvar colorway. And I have some serious distance I made. So the last time we spoke, I think I'm pretty positive that I was just wrapping up one of the sleeves. Yep, here it was. So I was here and I was working down the sleeve from the top. I have since finished that sleeve, and I have started and finished the second sleeve. So now I am just working down the body, and I feel like I'm pretty close to where I'm going to be able to bind off. So I'm really excited because my goal was finish it for Christmas so that I could wear it during Christmas weekend, because we'll be in Chicago and it's very cold there. And it's actually supposed to be extremely cold this coming weekend. So I'm actually really excited because I don't like the freezing cold, but then I will really get use out of my sweaters, like serious use out of them. So I did augment this pattern. So the first forager I made, which I have right here, I brought it because I wanted to show you guys the difference. So I did this one in 100% merino wool from Stonehenge Fiber Mill out of Michigan. And so this is my first one. I did a size 2, and look at the size of the sleeves. Like, this is what I wanted to show you because there's a serious difference in the way this turned out. So this is a size 2. I wanted to go a size up because this is a very fitted sweater, which I love. I love this. This is like wearing a sweatshirt. I love this sweater so much. But I wanted to, because it is a unspun yarn, Nutiden, I wanted to make it a little bit more positive-y slightly, because I knew I wanted to have a little bit more of that friction and everything. I really wanted it to be a little bit more oversized. So this is a size 2 that I made, which fits like perfect, fits perfect. So I went with a size 3 for the main cast on and everything. I did that. So if you look at the sleeves, there is a significant difference in size of the sleeve versus the other one I just showed you, which is really fascinating to me because I don't think it's really that much more of a gauge when it comes to it, but apparently it is, like a bigger gauge. I don't know. Anyway, regardless, I did alter my pattern. So I started doing everything to pattern, and then I made the sleeve, and then I started the ribbing section of this sleeve, and I went, oh my gosh, it's huge. So the cuff area here was actually like out to here, almost the width of the sleeve, and it was really loose, and I knew it would be hanging, and I have one other sweater that fits that way, and I don't wear it that often. I wore it a couple times when I first made it, but after that I didn't wear it again because it's super oversized to the point that I cannot function easily in it. I can't like do dishes, I can't really clean well, you get caught on things, it's no good. So I am actually very seriously considering ripping back that sweater and using that wool to make a sweater that fits a lot better. So, because it's really good wool. So this one I did alter. I only knit like, I'd say about an inch or so into the cuff, and then I pulled back to where I was going to start the cuff again, and then I actually followed the pattern for the size 2 because it actually does a very aggressive decrease in stitches so that it pulls it together and cinches it in, and then you do the cuff. And this is a nice fitted cuff for my wrist. Like, it actually fits. So now I have this really cute puff sleeve where it is going to be nice and puff looking when I'm wearing it. So I think it's going to be really cute. And I'm knitting the long size, but I actually think the original that I made was closer to the cropped size. So I think I might actually do the more cropped version. I'm definitely thinking I'm going to do the split hem for this one. My original, I did not do the split hem, but this one I definitely am leaning towards the split hem because I am doing more of that like relaxed look to it, and I just love these puff sleeves. I just love it. So I'm really excited about how this is turning out. It's been a lot of fun to knit on. I am really enjoying the unspun. It's such a treat this time of year, and Nutiden was a huge treat because that's out of Switzerland, and I do not get my hands on this kind of wool ever usually, so that was a huge treat, and it's just been such a pleasure to knit with. and I'm holding it double, and yeah, loving it. So I'm just going to keep on working on that, and I might end up having like 1 plate worth of this still available, so I may make some mittens or something with that, depending on the yardage. But I'm just going to keep on knitting with it until I pretty much either run out of the Nutiden, or I obviously get to the length that I want. So really excited about that, very much enjoying it. Next, I am working like these cute little ornaments that I have behind me here. I have been working on the ornaments, not as much as my Advent, because it's just, my Advent is definitely priority, because that's the colorways I want to show you guys. So here's the next little ornament that I was working on. I put a damper on it because I stopped working on it here, but it's a little sweater. So cute. It's a striped sweater, and I think it's day 5 or 6, so I'm very behind. It might be day 7 even, but yeah, I'm just kind of doing it as able to, and it's a very fun, and again, this is with double pointed needles, so that is a learning curve, but I am slightly enjoying them, I have to say, which I feel like I'm contradicting myself, but I am kind of enjoying working with the double pointed needles for this, because it's such small circumference knitting that I think that is really nice, where I'm used to usually doing 9-inch circulars for like the sleeves and such, but double pointed needles, I can see the draw. I am understanding it now. I think it's the more that I've actually worked with it and I'm starting to get a rhythm, I am understanding it. So I guess that's a lot. That says a lot, you know, not all tools, just because you don't like it the first time you use it doesn't mean that you might not like it later. So there you go. Be open-minded when it comes to using different knitting equipment. All right. So now we're going to talk about the Advent with my 2022 Multifarious Nature Advent, which is the habitation throw. And actually, before I get into that, I did want to mention something. I do have these in the shop currently. I don't remember if I have this exact one, but I do have different ones. This is an analog row counter, which I used so much. I've been using it constantly with my sweater here, my forager sweater, to do the sleeves, because it helps me keep track of the decreases and counting to the decreases. So I've been using this so much for that. So if you don't know about an analog row counter, it helps you keep track of your rows, which row you're on. You just kind of use it. Basically, you can either use it as a stitch marker, like your beginning of round, or you can just put it like 2 stitches into your beginning of round. And then all you do is you keep slipping down to the next little ring as you go along, and you actually then can move this progress keeper here into the tens place as you're going, and you can go up to 100 rows with this thing. This baby can count that high, which is really awesome. It's the idea of like an abacus. Gonna slightly date myself here, but if you've ever used an abacus before, that is the idea. So this one is a really pretty purple glass beaded bottomed one, and it has like a little rose progress keeper. I might still have one in the shop. I love it so much, but there are others in the shop currently. So I do recommend this if you are looking for a way to keep track of your rows and you don't want to write it down. It works so great for that. Okay, now we'll get into the Advent. And you guys, I am not mid-row. I am actually at the beginning of round, so that is great. I am on today's date. I haven't finished working on day 16 yet, so I just started. I think I've only done 2 to 3 rounds. I really wanted to have that done to show you guys, but I wanted to use the light. We really don't have much light today. It's snowing. Like, it's snowing a lot right now. But I will show you what I've got so far. So this is the Habitation Throw by Helen Stewart, and I've got some serious progress. I am loving this pattern. It is so relaxing to knit. It is so relaxing. So I am now decreasing. So you can see I have this kind of slant occurring. So originally you are increasing and then you start decreasing, and you will end up with a really nice lap throw that is going to be about, I think, 40 inches is what they said, 40 inches by 40 inches. So I'm pretty excited about that. I did stick with the original pattern. Many people have altered it to make it larger. I wanted to keep it this size because I actually wanted to complete it within the 25 days. So to make that manageable, I needed to use the recommended amount. So I'm using about, I did not measure, so about 10 grams of each colorway, and I'm just, you know, kind of winging it as to whether it actually is 10 grams. Visually, like, that looks like 10 grams. Now I'll stop. So I started with day 1 here at the bottom here, and then I'm working all the way up. This is day 16. So 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, as you go. If you go onto my Instagram, I highly recommend hopping over there because I have been sharing a lot about the advents that I'm working on with the reels and such. It's a lot easier to do little videos and add some fun music to be holiday oriented. And of course, I am showing pictures of my advent. And so I have been sharing, like I shared day 1 through 7 in one photo, and then now day 8 through day 15 is in the next one. So you got a sneak peek because you're seeing day 16, and then I of course will show you the rest as everything unfolds here. But this is what we have so far. I've been using my progress keepers here / stitch markers from Ewe Knit Knacks. That is an advent that I had purchased from the Michigan Fiber Festival, and it is so cute. It was a 12-day advent, and the stitch markers are absolutely adorable, and I'm just using those between each color to kind of keep track of each day. But you can see how is an absolutely stunning fade. I love it so much. It was everything I wanted it to turn out to be, and I'm really proud of it. So it's fading from this beautiful yellow here into more of a browns, and then we're getting into some reds and really fun deep reds, and then we are fading into another color. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't want to ruin the surprise, but this is day 16. So I will show you day 16, and I will just let you guess what the color is going to be fading into. So we have this really pretty red here, and pinks, and of course some fun white in there, some speckling, lots of fun speckles, lots and lots of fun speckles. So I'm going to let you guys guess. If you want to guess, and I'm not going to tell you if you're right or wrong because I do not want to ruin the surprise, but if you guys want to go ahead and guess in the comments below what you think the next colors that this advent is going to be fading into, I would love to hear from you. So do feel free to share your guesses in the comments below. And yes, we are going to be fading onward, and we only have like a week left of the advent. I cannot believe it. So this is just chugging along, and this is superwash. All of these bases are superwash. They are varying bases. You can see some of them have sparkle in them. Some of them are merino cashmere nylon, so they're super squishy and soft. But this puppy is going to grow. So once I finish it and I block it, it is going to grow quite a bit. Superwash stretches quite a bit when you block it. I'm not going to do a aggressive blocking. I'm pretty much just going to wash it and lay it out. I probably will pull it here and there maybe, but I'm just going to kind of let it do its thing. I'm really excited. So I love how it's turning out, and it's everything I hope for. So this is my cozy 2022 advent. So as I said earlier, there are just a couple. I mean, there's hardly any left in the shop. So if you really want one, I don't want you to miss out. So make sure you go and snag one before they're gone, because I did just dye them up for that advent, and I cannot replicate any of those colorways. So that is all for my works in progress. As far as anything else going on holiday-wise, so today is the 16th. So tomorrow we're actually going to be going and celebrating Christmas with my husband's side of the family, which is really exciting, and that'll be fun. We're going to exchange gifts and spend some time with his grandma, which is a lot of fun. She is our only living grandparent, so that's really exciting, and she's a very special lady, that's for sure. Tough cookie, and always enjoy spending time with her. I get a kick out of her. And so we'll be doing that, and I think we're going to be doing some cookie decorating, which that's going to be fun. Looking forward to that. And then next weekend, like I said, we're going to be going to Chicago to see my side of the family, and it's supposed to be pretty chilly is what I heard. Unless things change, but Chicago is always notoriously like really cold during the winter time, and Michigan is cold, but usually a little bit more moderate, and I don't know if it has something to do with our location to the lake or what, but it is a more moderate temperature year-round. So, like for example, it might be 30-something degrees here, and it might be like 14 or 15 degrees in Chicago. You know, like it gets really cold over there, and I knew it was always cold because I grew up there, but I just, yeah, I'm so grateful for sweaters. So that's why I'm really excited, and I really want to finish that other one, the Forager sweater. But, you know, because I'm slightly insane. So as I said, the Suburban Stitcher calendar, advent calendar, I am saving to do starting January. Yeah, I'm pretty sure January 1st, or basically when I finish my habitation throw, I'm going to start working on the Suburban Stitcher advent, because that is just another little treat that that's my Christmas present. So I'm going to open that starting either January 1st or, I mean, I already opened it, but I'll be knitting it, you know, from that time on, and working on the What Tomorrow Brings shawl, which is a pattern that came with it. You can purchase this pattern, but I got it because it came with that advent. So I'll be working on that shawl for that. But when we're in Chicago, it's, like I said, it's supposed to be pretty cold. So, like I said, I'm insane because I wasn't working on this advent because I was trying to not overwhelm myself this year. Instead of working on 2 advents religiously, like constantly, I'm actually really focusing on my advent, and then I'll be doing the Suburban Stitcher one, like I said, for like the new year. Well, now I'm talking about trying to start another project because I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do this. I usually like to wear fingerless gloves because we're going to be going to the Kris Kringle market in Chicago, which is so much fun. And usually you're looking at things and items and you want your hands to be free, but it's also really cold. So having fingerless gloves is like this perfect marriage. I purchased some fingerless gloves from the market actually, like, gosh, 6-7 years ago. And they're so cozy. They are alpaca blend, and I think they're primarily alpaca though, like almost fully alpaca, if not like 80% alpaca, and they're so warm and cozy, and they're long fingerless gloves. So they really, like, you could tuck your fingers up in it, and they're just amazing. Well, they're great, but if it's like really gonna be really chilly, I don't know if that's gonna cut it. So I was actually looking at making a pair of mittens, and if you've been with me for a while, you may know that I kind of have I kind of don't like knitting mittens, frankly, because I knit one, and I have, you know, some people have second sock syndrome, and they have a struggle knitting the second sock because they're done, and they just don't want to make the second one. Well, I kind of have that issue with mittens. I do the first one, and by the time I have to do the second, I'm over it, and I just don't want to do the second one, and I struggle greatly getting the second one done. So this is probably not a good idea, and maybe I won't end up casting them on, but I figured if I put it out into the world, maybe I'll do it. So this is a free pattern by Pearl Soho. I've heard many people have made these, and they've made them really fast, so that's why I feel like, for some reason, I think I can get them done. I don't know. This might be completely nuts, but it's a Pearl Soho pattern. Like I said, it's the Arched Gusset Mittens, and I do have a picture here so you can see what they look like. So they're a very basic mitten. I think the primary reason is like the way this arched gusset is for the thumb actually looks like it might be fun to knit. I don't know. It looks really easy. I think it was Inga from Knitting Traditions made these, and she said she made them within, like, I don't know, a couple hours. Doesn't seem quite right, but like an evening or something, and I don't know, that intrigued me because I thought, there's no way. There's no way. But I don't know, I'm intrigued. It is worsted weight, or it says light worsted DK. So here's what I'm thinking. I have Plutalopi from a prior sweater that I made. And I mean, it's like in its original packaging still. I got plenty of it, and I ended up with like plenty of it. I don't know. I think it's the colorway, I wrote it down here, Deep Woods. I think that's what it's called. So this is Plotalope. It's Icelandic wool. It's really beautiful. It's this like neutral color, like browns. It's stunning. So I have a lot of it. Like a decent amount. Easily could make a hat, mittens. I don't think I have enough to make it a hat and mittens, but definitely enough to make mittens or a hat. Well, I was thinking I could make these mittens with this because if you hold this double, it is definitely worsted weight. Actually, it's borderline like heavy worsted, so I don't know. I'll have to check gauge. I might, if you do it single, that might be closer to worsted. I don't know. I'm gonna hold it double. I'll do a test swatch. Anyway, I'm slightly crazy. I feel like I'm slightly crazy because I want to cast these on. I don't know. It's just, they'd be so cozy because it's a mitten, so your hand's gonna be actually fully encased, and it's Icelandic wool, which is so cozy warm. It's absolutely wonderful. So on top of that, because it's a mitten, I might be able to use my fingerless gloves and wear them inside of it. So I could wear both of them. My hands will be so super cozy. And then I could take it off and have my fingerless gloves underneath. Oh my gosh. We'll see. We'll see, guys. I don't know. Next time you see me, if I go, yeah, you know, those mittens I was talking about, did not make them. Well, there you go. But I did put it in the world, so maybe I will make them. We will see. I'm trying to stay, obviously, up to date on my Advent. I still have a little bit more stitching today to do, and then that will be done. So once that's done, I mean, obviously I want to work on my sweater. Need to get that finished. But I don't know. I might tackle these. I might take it on. We will see. We will see. Next week, my goal is to definitely record another podcast. That's my goal, to do a week for Vlogmas. That's my goal. And if I do, which I should, I will let you guys know the status on these mittens, if I did them or not, okay? Hold me to it. Keep me honest about it. But that is the goal, to use this Plotalope. I had it sitting there in my stash, and I do want to work through my stash. This is my shop, but my stash is over here and over here. So I do want to work through my stash, and what better way than to make some really warm mittens for freezing Chicago weather? I think that's a win, right? So I'd love to hear what you guys are doing. Are you doing any stash busting projects? Are you knitting with minis? Like, do you have remnants from other projects? And are you doing your own Advent? Did you make your own Advent? I would love to hear about it. I'd love to hear what you're up to. And yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you are staying healthy. I know with the weather being the way it is and everything, it is hard. It's that time of year. People are getting sick. So I hope you are staying healthy and are able to spend time with your friends and family this time of year. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas, and I look forward to chatting with you soon. Take care. Bye.